The best trailers always drop on the days I get to bed late. Hi, I'm Greg. The Dark Tower official trailer, we finally get one. Let's get into this, but before I do that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to all our friends over at Patreon. Our Patreon community has been growing. I've been loving all the exclusive video content we've been putting up over there. Even had a Google Hangout session that really was so much fun. Gareth Hood, Rosa Parra, you two are beautiful people. We got another one coming up. The responses and the support over there have been so amazingly fantastic and heart overwhelming, whatever the word is for it. So when you get the chance, please go over and check out our Patreon. Become a patronject, whatever. I need to come up with a better thing to name the people on YouTube and the people over at Patreon. Anyway, the Dark Tower trailer. Man, this film's been a work in progress.
For thousands of generations, the gunslingers were knights, sworn to protect us from the coming of the dark.
Yes, Stefan King.
These visions, as you call them.
What do you see?
I see a tower, the man in black, and the gunslinger.
They're just strings. They're not real, Jake.
No, they're more real than you realize.
There's another world out there. I know there is. Whoa,
Who are you?
it's you. You're a gunslinger, right?
There are no gunslingers. Not anymore.
Why does the
It's
man in
you.
black want to destroy the tower?
The tower protects both our worlds. If it falls, hell will be unleashed.
He's like the devil, isn't he?
No, he was worse.
You can't stop what's coming. Death always wins.
Your world might be gone, but mine isn't. You let that tower fall, billions of people die.
Do they have guns and bullets in their world?
You're gonna like Earth a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You clawing your way out of the darkness? Did you tell the kid whoever walks with you dies by my hand?
And Matthew McConaughey looks like he's having fun.
We'll kill him for both of us. I do not aim at my hand.
That's cool.
He aims with his hand has forgotten the face of his father. I aim with my eye. I do not shoot with my hand. I shoot with my eye. I do not kill with my gun.
Nice.
I kill with my heart.
That's cool. Oh, wow. That looks really sweet. It's like a Western sci-fi horror element thing. From my basic understanding of what this movie is, I hear it's not based on like one specific book out of the, I think there's like 7 or 8 Dark Tower books. I think the director said that this is actually being treated like a sequel to the books, which is really cool. Watching this trailer and what information I read up on about it, it made me go, I kind of want to read the books. I usually read nonfiction books. I don't really read that many fiction because I watch so much fiction through TV and movies already. I figure when I read, I'll read nonfiction to keep educating myself. But as far as this trailer goes, it doesn't really seem like, because it's saying based on the books by Stephen King, it doesn't really seem to have a Stephen King element to it. This looks like more of a full-blown sci-fi Western action film. And the action does look really cool. I love any kind of Western action with like revolvers or magnums. I'm trying to act like I know guns right now. But whenever they have the barrels that come out and then they have like cool ways of reloading. My favorite shot of the action trailer was when he's just just throwing the bullets in there super quick. Or moments in movies when they capture bullets mid-air, like loaded in there while the bullets are in the air. All that shit's really cool. Idris Elba looks super badass. He's one of those actors who we've seen a lot in a lot of great TV. He's been in a lot of movies where he's like the standout character. Pacific Rim, he's not the main lead character. That's like the biggest movie I could think of that he stars in. That and The Jungle Book. And Pacific Rim, he's like the best actor in that whole film. Here, he's the top billed actor. He's the main lead. He's the gunslinger. And from my understanding, from what Stephen King has said about the gunslinger character, that he's similar to the Man with No Name character from like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars. And you do get that vibe, that wandering, mysterious cowboy who's going to help out on this bigger mission. And even though this is a huge movie, it does remind me of a couple of lower budget things. It kind of reminds me of Preacher on TV, and I've read a couple of the comics of Preacher too, so it does remind me a little bit of Preacher. It kind of reminds me of, what's that Nicolas Cage movie? Drive Angry, especially with Matthew McConaughey's character. Matthew McConaughey, that dude looks like he's having a total blast with this role. Yeah, he just looks like a straight up bad guy. And to me, it's pretty cool to just see him playing a straightforward villainous character. He doesn't really look scary in this trailer. If there's one element I would like to see a little bit more infused in the Dark Tower, even though I haven't read the books, but it's from Stephen King, and with the story at hand, I would like to see more of its horror mystery elements played up more, because right now it's more of a sci-fi action film with Western elements. I would like to see the horror amped up, because I think that would also aid in fearing Matthew McConaughey's character. Like, it's really cool to me that Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey are both starring in a film together, playing opposites, good versus bad. For all the people who've been wanting Idris Elba to play Bond, I feel like this movie, if it does do well, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes a movie flops when you think it's gonna be huge. If this movie does do well and people really love Idris Elba's role in it, I'd imagine that maybe we could get some serious consideration for him to be Bond. I guess if I had a concern out of this whole trailer, because this looks like a super entertaining flick. What I'm thinking though is this film could be one of those big, huge budget films that could have a lot more depth to it. Right now, I'm not getting a sense of depth. Like, for me, the depth is coming from elements that are coming from like some of the cool elements of the Dark Tower, the gunslinger, people looking for the tower, what the tower's capable of allowing you to control. But this looks a lot more plot heavy and more action heavy. It looks kind of like a superhero film, to be honest. I can't necessarily express too much concern or worry because I haven't read the actual source material this is based on. But with hearing what the plot elements are and knowing that it's a pretty long book series with some serious devoted fans, I'd imagine that there's a lot more story depth to it than just a really cool plot with some action, with a lot of cool action in it. Because like, I didn't imagine Roland was he's kind of a superhero. I think like the character portrayal in terms of the performance, the dialogue, the way Idris Elba is coming across is all really strong. But he's a little superhero-like with all the flipping bullets and shit. As cool as it looks, it's not what I imagined he would be like from everything I read up on. They had that cool moment where Roland shoots a bullet with his eyes closed, and I like that line of, I don't shoot with my hand, I shoot with my heart. It's a really cool line, but come on. Because Stephen King likes to go for the weird. He likes to have horror and fantasy elements included in his stories. Right now, it's just one trailer. Can't base an entire movie off of that alone. You gotta sell the tickets, especially when you're throwing down this much money for production budget and actors. It's just right now, it looks pretty simple. Good versus bad, looking for the Dark Tower. There's probably gonna be some huge climactic showdown at the end between the two characters. That's what this is looking like it'll play out. I could be wrong, I probably am. In a 2.5 minute trailer, you gotta sell spectacle, you gotta sell excitement, but I'm really hoping that you get some really cool character in here. Between Idris Elba and the boy, I imagine there's going to be like father-son elements here. Matthew McConaughey, he looks like he's having fun, not too sure what he's doing with the role. Because from what I'm getting from the trailer, it can be hard with a character like that to come up with a lot of depth to that, but it's Matthew McConaughey, so I expect nothing less than to have much more depth to a performance that a lot of actors would probably just give a two-dimensional performance to. And while this trailer is capitalizing on its action, I hope the next trailer we get capitalizes more on story and characters, it really makes my investment fully in that. Because right now, the only character I really give a shit about is Roland. Anyway, guys, thanks for saying that was out. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects, follow me on the social of the medias, and go check out our Patreon. I have a lot of beautiful family and friends over there right now. Got exclusive content up there. Go there.